Hello and welcome to Pest Perspectives, episode number 65. And this week I have on I called her Lady Victoria when she came on the podcast. Was it Lady? You've been on once before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't think about that one though, will we?
This was back in, honestly, we're at episode number 65 now. This was in the early days of the podcast.
Yeah.
It was, and different software, etc. But so it's been a while since she's been on, but not many not many people come on more than once or twice or three times, or some people do. But this week I've got on Victoria and Casey from Ladybug Pest Control. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Yeah. How are you?
Good. I'm all right. Cheers. Just plodding along, trying to do the podcast. I do too much, honestly. If you ask me what I'm doing, I do too much. I do.
With business owners.
Yeah, with the podcast, the MPTA stuff, all sorts. The board meeting tomorrow, so that should be fun. But yeah, so
a monthly catch up with it because I'm part of the BPCA committee.
Oh yeah.
The outreach committee, and we've got our monthly catch up on Thursday morning.
Nice. Did you go to that week? Did you go to that week thing? There was a week thing in Derby. Recently, committees.
That was the volunteers.
Oh, the volunteers. Okay.
Day. I couldn't make it that day because I'm still waiting for Katie to come back off of maternity leave, so I couldn't leave. There's no one else.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so
that's fair.
Unfortunately, but by all accounts, it was a really, really good, successful day. So hopefully I'll get to go next time.
Oh, that's good then. I've never seen anything like that before. I haven't, so
yeah.
That's good then.
And we've got Natalie coming back as well.
Yeah, I heard about this at Pestex.
Yeah, that's when I heard about it.
And then I heard it was Shaun Mooney on the podcast. He said Natalie's coming back, and then, well, you know, I think that I'll be honest. She, with the BPCA, she may not have been, but I seen her as the face of the BPCA. To be fair,
100%.
I don't know if that was her job, but that's the way I see it.
But she's very I find her extremely helpful, very clear. You know, never too much trouble. You know, if you message her or call her up, anything like that. You know, I'm really pleased she's coming back. I'm really pleased she's coming back.
Well, that's good. Should be a total asset to the BPCA. She will.
Yeah.
She was before. I've never spoke to her, but I do know she did a lot for them. And when she disappeared from the BPCA and moved over to Pest Force, it wasn't a constant figure. She was always there, you know, in the socials, etc. Yeah. But now it's good she's coming back, or is back. I don't know, one of the two. But so the reason you come on the podcast is because I put a post out about LinkedIn or Facebook. I think it was LinkedIn. I put one on LinkedIn too. What's going on there? Comments. Can't see the Facebook comments. But it was about people having to work in businesses and having to potentially lay off people within businesses. And has anyone experienced this or had to do this?
What wasn't it specifically family members?
That was it. Yeah, family members.
Family members. Yeah.
That was it, around that. But I think I generalised it as well. But I do prefer to talk to family businesses. Yeah. So I'm in one too. I am. So before we get to that bit, do you want to tell people that don't know who you are, and what you both do in the business when you're back from maternity leave? What you do exactly as well, Casey?
Me first. So I'm Vicky, and I am the founder of Ladybug Pest Control. And I set up Pest Control, literally, it's been 10 years now. So I've been going 10 years. So 2016, nice. I set up the company. I think it was around April, May kind of time. I should have a 10-year anniversary. I should have a 10-year anniversary, shouldn't I?
You should. Yes,
Yeah.
you should.
And I mean that has just flown by, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a hell of a ride, I've got to say. But yeah, we're still getting by actually. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's not as busy as I hoped it would be at the moment, and I think it's because not a lot of people have that disposable income, and so they're trying to save money and stuff and that. And also, when you get fake reviews on Google, don't bloody help either, which I've just been about. So yeah, that's really cheaped me off. But anyway, we won't go down that road. And then we have Casey. Go on, Casey.
So I'm Casey, and I'm Vicky's daughter, and I've been probably working for Ladybug probably around the same amount of time it's been open, but really just like on and off, I'd say. But I've been involved with the pest control industry my whole entire life. There's been background noise for forever.
Yeah, because we obviously I had another business with the ex, like Casey's dad. That was set up in 2000. No, I came on board in 2011, and Casey used to help out in the office after school or whatever. She used to come in and she used to pick up the phone, and pest control is just second knowledge to her. I didn't really need to train her. She just picked up. You know, kids, they just absorb all of that information. And I've been really lucky with Casey, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, I mean, we've had our ups and downs in the business. Yeah. I think when you're running a family business, I'm very good at sort of like separating. I am your boss when it's work time. I'm not your mum. So you know, you kind of have to try and separate that. And Casey, if I was to tell her something and it wasn't going down well, she would take that more personally rather than seeing me as her boss. She would still see it as I'm her mum having a go at her.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so you found that quite difficult, didn't you?
Yeah, when it first started up, I think.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe they'd be a bit more like lenient on me because I'm the daughter, but no, it's actually get it 10 times worse because you should be more focused. You should be more like, I don't know, loyal to it. Basically, you should know more. So
I have a lot of arguments with my dad as well. A lot of arguments. So I'm trying to push the business in a different. Well, I'm trying to push into doing audited sites, BRCGS sites. So I've got some to price up. But yeah, we do have an argument. Just a lot of the old boys use terms they shouldn't use sometimes. I don't mean anything bad. I just mean, like, say you're doing a UVL bogging, and a lot of people, it's a fumigation of the loft. No.
Yeah. I call it fumigation, and it's not.
A lot of people do that. Exactly. Yeah.
But even customers ask if you do fumigation, and you have to try and explain the difference.
Because that's what they all think. A lot of them think it is.
Yeah. Well, they just see mist coming out of the.
That's it.
The equipment, and they just assume that it's called fumigation.
Yeah. But yeah, any little things. But in general, I do like working with him. I do. He's a good taxi driver as well. Because we work together, you see. We go round together rather than him being in the office. He doesn't work Fridays. But so it's just the way we operate. The idea is I take over fully when he retires.
Yeah. But, so who answers the phones when you're out on the road? Do you have someone in the office answering the phones?
No, Dad answers it on the phone. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's interesting. Yeah. See, when I started out on my own. I was answering the phones, booking in the jobs, I was doing absolutely everything. And in the end, I just couldn't cope with the workload and all the calls that were coming in. And if you don't answer the phone and deal with the customer straight away, I find that they then go and find someone else because they would just assume that you're too busy for them.
Yeah. Peak wasp season, I agree with you.
Yeah. So I had I had to make the decision to like take someone on to answer the phones.
Yeah.
And I think it was the best decision I ever made, if I'm honest with you, because the pressure that it takes away from you it is quite immense, if I'm honest with you. And it just allowed you then to focus on the job in hand that you're going to, rather than worry about trying to rush the job so you can quickly call that customer back and, you know, book them in and stuff. That was back then when we used to have the paper diaries. We used to write the jobs in. That was then.
Hey, tell you one thing, was when that was a big bit of contention. It was we used to be paper diary only.
Yeah.
And when I did my RSPH level 2 award for pest management, I said to Debbie, Debbie Wilson, I don't know if you know her, we'll always be paper. Well, and then that was in 2024. But yeah, and that was it. Yeah, and I think by that time, by November, I think we'd been to Pest Tech, and yeah, we were all powered now. We're all digital. Yeah, when it comes to that, and it's so painful now. I've got one contract that wants me to write a treatment report out on paper, and she won't accept the digital. I was like, I go there once every 3 months. So I said, all right, I will, but this is painful. Really painful. I says, it's painful. It's so much easier on digital.
Yeah.
Because you got all AI and stuff, you can make it sound nice and stuff real fast.
Sound really
I can. Yeah. Especially if you're not very good at spelling or etc. Makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And my dad's all for digital. Because he said, it'd be harder. But once he got used to it, we rolled it out. We forced everyone. There's no question.
Yeah.
You're going digital, the contracts. Most of what we said was, we're being more sustainable.
Yeah,
It worked.
Yeah.
Well, I said, if you want to print out the paperwork still, you can.
Yeah.
But he was surprised at how many people were willing to hand over the emails, etc. to do it.
Craving, sorry, because everyone's saying hello, and I feel really bad that I'm
Hi,
not
Jason.
back. Yeah, I feel really bad.
Hello. Hello, Jackie.
Lucci's there. Jackie.
Yeah, Lucci. Yeah, you still do. I know you're still paper, Jason. I think you always will be.
Jason, yeah, I bet he's still paper.
Yeah, he's met you two. He told me before he came on. He said he met you at an event up north somewhere. Both of you.
Yeah. We was there.
He bought you some beers. He said.
He what?
He said he bought you some beers.
He did, yeah, he did.
Hello, Shane.
Shane's hello. Hello, Shane. Shane is Casey's other half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's going red now.
He's looking after all the kids.
Yeah. So we got that. So, what is it like now running the business with like, I say now, but what was that period like when you had to lay? Well, I'll say lay Casey off.
Yeah, right. So a few years in, I ended up sacking Casey because she didn't turn up for work for a week. Now, bearing in mind, picture the scene, right?
Yeah.
I worked from home, right?
Yeah.
So literally, Casey lived with me. Did you live with me at that point? You didn't live with me. But because all you had to do was roll out of bed and roll into the living room. We worked from home. Anyway.
Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh there. Sorry.
She didn't turn up to work for a week. Didn't even tell me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I was just got to the end of my tether and I just lost it. And I said, right, that's it. You can't be bothered to even tell me that you're not coming to work. Then don't come to work anymore. I'll let you go. That's it. You're sacked. And that was it.
Did you think you were joking to start with?
I don't think so. No, she knew. She knows when I'm being like, you know. Mum has that.
I've known her my whole life.
Yeah. She knows when I'm joking about and when I'm being serious. So anyway, I paid her off, and that was that. And then fast forward a few years, Casey grew up. She became a mum. She became settled. She was in a nice relationship. It was going well. I had someone else in the office. Again, another family member, but it was Pidgey's family.
Okay. Yeah.
I did also have Millie in as well, but she left because obviously she had a baby and she never came back. She tried to come back off maternity leave, but it was just too much to handle a baby and working from home. So then I employed Pidgey, who's my technician. I employed his auntie. And she was going to come in to cover Millie's maternity leave. But I ended up sacking her as well. But yeah, I mean, you know, I
remember the day like it was yesterday. I was over at my brother's house and you came round and you was going, I've just had to fire her, and it's horrible. I could tell that she was trying to ask me, do you want to come back? I wasn't going to say anything because I was like, no, I'm not going to ask, like, just in case she doesn't want me back. But then I remember she was like, so what are you doing then? So I think that maybe you could do a few days. And then that's when I came back.
Yeah, so then Casey came back. So in the end, it worked out well. There's no ill feelings between me and Pidgey's auntie or anything like that. You know, I gave her a reference to a next employer and stuff like that. So, you know, you do have, it is very, very hard when you employ family members or even your own partner. I mean, I employed Pidgey, who's my partner now. And he was very much worried about being in a relationship with me and working for me. He didn't know how that was gonna turn out, but actually it turns out very, very well. There was nothing to really worry about, so yeah. But you know, it's been great having Casey back on board. She just knows the industry inside and out, you know, and she's great with people. I mean, she's a little bit fiery like me. Sometimes when we have a rotten customer, you know, we all get them.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
But, you know, she does try. And also working from home and trying to look after 3 young children as well. I mean, she only works part-time, so she only does the 16 hours. Yeah. But that 16 hours allows Casey to feel like an adult again, rather than constant mummy all the time, like mummy, and doing everything like that. So, you know, it just gives her that little bit of break. And now Shay, who's my oldest granddaughter, Casey's daughter, goes to full-time school. And then we've got the 2 younger babies. So we've got Aria, who's 2 now. Yeah. She just and then we've got Harley, who's just 6 months. 7 months. So yeah, so she manages to juggle it. I mean, I couldn't do it. I mean,
do very well, really, because I remember that period. Mine,
she does it really well. I don't know how.
8 and 11 now. I know.
Oh, 8 and 11.
Got 1 of each. That's it. We're done.
He's just got all 3 girls.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. That is.
Yeah, but I think, you know, you hear different stories about family-run businesses and you know, and stuff like that. But Casey's very much now more on board now than what she was back then, because she's in a totally different place now. She's in a much better place now. She's much happier with her life and her partner and her children and stuff like that, you know. So then she's able to enjoy the job a lot more.
Yeah, I think it settles you more, doesn't it? It obviously makes you. It can make you grow up. It can, because obviously it's like when someone becomes a mum for the first time, or like a dad, but it doesn't. The difference is with a dad, the reality changes when baby arrives. You see, whereas they've been carrying the baby for, you know, that 9 months. And then it really hits you when baby arrives. I loved it though. I thought it was amazing. You know, I was there for both labours. I was.
Well done, you.
Yeah. But no, it's good to hear it is. So do you answer the calls? Is that your kind of job is that kind of what you do day to day?
I basically do everything in the office.
Okay.
Anything that you need, I'll be there. So I answer the phones, I do the emails,
Yeah.
probably some invoicing,
Booking.
chasing the payments. I'm good at that.
Oh yeah, she's a bulldog
You're
at that.
a bit fiery with that.
Knitting, booking in the
Good.
jobs,
Writing
sending
Yeah.
reports,
Yeah.
chasing the technician for notes, everything.
Nice. Okay. So are you digital as well with the reporting?
Yeah, so we've gone paperless. We
Yeah.
went paperless a few years ago now. And
Okay.
like myself, I just sent an email out and said that we're going paperless. But everyone wants the book, don't they? They want the physical book. So what we do is, because they still want the folder,
Yeah.
we give them the booklet and email them the report. So the booklet has all the standard stuff in it. And then the actual report will have what happened on that particular day on that visit, and then they can print it off, and then they can put it in their folder.
I don't actually give anyone books anymore.
Yeah,
Only if they want it, because you can put all the relevant documents in the portals. You can.
Yeah.
How do you do it on yours then?
Cool. So when environmental health comes in, they can just hand them the booklet rather than getting them to log on to a portal. They seem to prefer it, because I have said we are looking at getting in a portal, a customer portal, and they go, "Oh no, I don't want that. I just want the book."
See, with time with Powered now. So even if somebody is a one-off, I say one-off, I mean, a mouse job, 3-4 visits, they still get a portal. So the minute they're booked in, then they click on, they can see all the information and they can message us from the portal as well. So every customer we've ever had gets a portal. There's no limit, basically.
What, for
So even domestics get a portal.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I only give the booklet to my commercials.
No, sorry, I meant they don't get a booklet. I just mean they can access the portal.
Oh, I see.
There's obviously not as much info in the domestics as there would be in a commercial.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're not gone down that route yet. But the clients are not really, they don't really want it, if I'm honest. And
That's fair.
Domestic clients that we have, they like receiving the report, whether it's brief or not. We try and bulk it out as much as possible. Yeah. That's where ChatGPT can help.
Yeah.
So,
as long as you learn how to use it.
Yeah,
I see many people. You can always tell when someone's not that good with it when they make posts.
Yeah. No, I always cross-reference everything. Make sure that it sounds like me, if you like. Not too sort of like robotic in its wording. Yeah. It's how you do the prompt to ChatGPT.
Exactly, because you're also talking like when you're on site, you can actually talk to it as you go around, and it will. I copy and paste mine in. That's what I do. But I don't always talk. But a lot of people I know, like my mate who comes on the podcast a bit, Sam Tricky, he was never into it, but he's really into it now. He said he doesn't use it on his major aggro sites, but he says that he uses it on a lot of them because the way he sees it as he's on digital. He was like, would a customer know if you were using AI, or would say you spent hours writing a report out and you're really happy with it and it was you, but would a customer actually think he'd say I'd that and you spent hours doing it? So he said you might as well use it because they might think you're doing it anyway.
Yeah. No, I find it really helpful because I know what I want to say in report, but what ChatGPT does for me is that it kind of makes it sound more professional.
It does.
And it kind of it puts it down onto the paper what I want it to say and how I'd like it to sound.
it's very good for setting terms as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black and white. What is,
Yeah.
very good at that. It is, because it knows what it can say and can't say. It's supposed, because I put it on thinking mode, so it double checks itself. I do.
Okay.
Well, there's a thinking mode, not the quick one. You put thinking on, and it will cross-reference, like it will cross-reference like websites like Crew, BPCA, MPTA. It will cross-reference loads of sites just to check. It will.
That's really good.
As well.
Really, but it's really good. But yeah, I do check it every single time.
I do. You always should.
Yeah. No, I use it quite a lot. It helps me out.
No, definitely. So, do you do any of this going after contracts? Like, you go door. Do you do any like trying to get contracts? Where you go door knocking or anything, or calling people or stuff.
No.
Do that.
Do you know what?
No?
I'm not a lover of. Do you know what? I don't have the experience of doing sales calls or any. I'm frightened. Do you know what it is? I know what it is. I'm frightened of the rejection. That's what it is. And one of my best mates is top in sales. She could sell anything. And she said to me, she was like, Vic, it's not personal. It's not about you. It's, they're just not ready to, change the contract or whatever and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. And I hate myself for doing that because I'm
starting to delve into it. I am. I'm starting to delve into that. I am trying to get more contracts. I am. But it's the good contracts, not the ones where it's the higher. I'm trying to get a few higher end ones.
Yeah.
Where it's like, like sites where you're not there just not long, but more like, you could be there 2 or 3 hours. Them kind of sites.
Yeah,
are audited.
I've got quite a lot of block management companies who
nice.
us to do like big projects, stuff like that, which is worth quite a few £1,000s.
That's
so
nice,
they're good, but they're not a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're as and when that's needed.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I'm trying to focus on getting more block management companies and letting agents and stuff like that. So I've devised a brochure with the help of ChatGPT, and I've issued out a brochure not only for my block management companies and letting agents that I've got on my books already, to give them sort of like a better idea of the services that we actually do, because I don't think it's good to sort of like you can't sit there and think they know what I do when actually they may not. They may only think you just do the general pest control.
You do a lot. I went on your website and you do cleaning and all sorts. You do.
Yeah.
Well, so your website says anyway. It says you do needle pickups. Do you do any of that? Do you actually get any work for it?
Yeah, I'm trained crime scene cleaner. I went quite a few years ago. I went and done specialist training on crime scene cleaning. So we can do that as well. I don't get much calls for that, but that's because I don't actually advertise it, if I'm honest.
I see.
Only my letting agents and block management companies know that I do that. So the idea of doing this 4-page brochure was sort of like remind them that I actually do these specialist services. And you know what, I picked up, and then I went around and I got a new, I've done about 10, and it doesn't sound a lot, but I emailed 10 new ones, and one of them actually come back for me to fill in a questionnaire and put me on their book. So one out of it, I thought that was really quite good. And they have quite a lot of properties that they actually look after. There's quite a few thousand that they actually look after.
See, there you go. See, I imagine in the area you're in, like a block management or a letting agent could have thousands of properties.
We have one where did you?
I see him.
In his pajamas. No, there's one block management company that I have, and they've got thousands of properties, and they're up and down the country, so they're nationwide. So that's why I sort of like am really pleased that I know quite a few pest control companies that I can sort of like subcontract that work out to as well.
Yeah.
So it benefits everybody really.
Yeah, because I think you put one on Facebook probably once. I think
Yeah.
I'm on it for this area.
Yeah.
I was on it, but I don't think you get much call for that.
No, I have a trusted pest controllers list. Probably need updating if I'm honest, but yeah, I do have a trusted pest controller list that we've sort of like done. But sometimes it's quicker to just put a shout out on the British Pest Control page and ask, is anyone that covers this particular area and stuff.
It is.
So,
It is quicker.
when you're right. Getting new contracts and stuff for block management companies, they take ages in getting back to you and stuff. So yeah, but it is what it is, isn't it? You get it in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I do a water waste place, and when we actually got that, I don't even think I can't remember. I'll be honest, and I think it was 6 or 9 months later. But Dad actually had to ask him what was the contract price because I could not. Because obviously you're all pay PC then.
Yeah.
I can't remember, and he was honest. He literally told us the price, and we got it. But we've been with them ever since. We have.
Yeah. So every time we do like a survey,
smells though. Or when you go there, because it's water waste. Some days it absolutely stinks.
Yeah.
They've got all these things around the site that puff out nice smelling water vapours all around the site. And usually get in and out without it stinking, usually.
Do you sell them, those air fresheners?
No, that's the thing they have to have. The council make them do it because their site stinks.
Yeah. Wow.
But no, it's a thing that it's on a pump. It constantly goes around the site. They're like everywhere. They are. I just do the pest control. I do.
Do they do flies as well? Do you do all the flies there?
Don't have any flies. You'll be surprised, but I've never seen a fly. I've never seen a fly issue there.
Really?
Yeah.
It stinks.
Yeah, never seen one.
Wow.
Weird, I know, but yeah, I've never. I don't do very well, but like loads of people, like like Mark Porter and that people like they sell EFK units for fun. I'm terrible at selling EFK units.
But
I'm terrible.
Mark is extremely good at upselling and selling, but he's hungry. He's hungry.
Exactly. I've got better at upselling at houses. When they do mouse and rat jobs now, we offer a free site survey where we do proofing, and a lot of people have been taking us up on it. They have. So I got better at that. Just that a lot of people don't want to buy EFK units, but I imagine you've got to be a bit more confident in yourself and do it.
Yeah. So this is where the reports really help us because we have a recommendation section, and then we put that in there, and that saves me. Well, we are upselling, but we're kind of putting it in the report so that
I put them in, but don't listen, do they? Half the time, that's the problem.
We put the price in as well, so they're fully aware of the price and how much it is, and then it's up to them if they want to do it. But then when they call you back and they say, oh, the mice have come back, and then you look at their notes and then you pull up their report and you can say, well, we did offer to do the proofing. Has that been done? And then they go, well, no. And you go, well,
there you go.
Got the mice back again. You need us to do that.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah, you are right. Because, we've got more in. I didn't used to like it because I used to feel like, there's a lot of proofing jobs. I felt, people are just taking your money, but it's not. You're offering a solution, but you don't want to. When you offer proofing, you don't offer it in a way that you'll guarantee you'll never get an issue ever again. Because you know how rodents are; they can find a different way in. I just say it helps reduce the risk of you getting infestations again. I don't say you won't get anything again because they'll be on the phone to you every time, wouldn't they?
Exactly. Yeah, but there are companies out there that guarantee their their service for like 2 years, or some even do a lifetime. And I think, well, how can you guarantee?
Oh, I'm not mentioning his name. I know who you're on about. I'm not giving him. I'm not mentioning their name. They've got a YouTube channel, haven't they?
Well, I wasn't thinking of them, but yeah, I know exactly who it is. But
Yeah.
I've had customers that ring me up and they say, do you offer a guarantee? And I'll say, yeah, I guarantee to get rid of your current infestation. But I can't guarantee that you're never going to get a pest ever again. You can't guarantee that. And then they say, oh, well, you know, I rang up so-and-so and they said that they could guarantee for like whatever, how long it was.
Go ahead then.
And I said, well, I said, go with them if you want to, but I guarantee you that if you call them up in, say, 6 months' time telling them that you got your mice back again, I guarantee you that they will not be coming back, and they might even ignore your phone call.
I think what a lot of them do as well is they probably write something out in the recommendations saying, if you do not do these things, we won't guarantee it.
Yeah.
Look, clever wording.
Yeah. I don't like to threaten customers or, you know, tell them.
No, I would never do that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, they either take my advice or they don't. I mean, you know, people are not thick, are they, really, nowadays? And you know, you explain to them that a mouse can get through the size of the size of a big pen. So you're never going to be able to proof every single hole in a property. It is just impossible to do that.
True.
You know, so it's hard. You know, but you know, some people will go with you, some people won't.
So, Jodie, that's good to hear. You've started a pest control with your uncle and you're loving it. Thanks for watching the show, and that's
early days yet, Jodie. It's early days.
But thanks for following the podcast. I noticed you followed recently. Cheers for that. But yeah, that's nice to hear. That is. Yeah. You have to keep us updated as if you still like it.
I just want to ask Casey, because I've never really asked him this question. When I sacked you, how did it make you feel?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that question. I was gonna ask, because imagine at the time you were probably really fuming. You probably wouldn't have been that happy.
Without getting too much into it, I was in like a really, really crap place in my life at that point. So it was just another thing, you know. So I was like, oh, of course, it's just another thing. So it didn't really affect me as much as it should have, I'm guessing, because everything was just too much anyway. If you fired me now, I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back. Like, no, what's your chance?
Exactly.
Yeah, you'd set up Ladybug Pest Control yourself.
Ladybug Pest Control. Yeah. I think you would feel different. Yeah. I think you'd feel really hurt about it, wouldn't you? Really?
I think you care now. You're in a place where you seem like you care about the company, you love the industry, and it would annoy you because you kind of like. It's like, I'll be honest. Before I got into pest control, I was in a job for 16 years that I hated. I worked in a crap factory where they used to shout at you. It was old school. I hated it, but I love what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
If I'd have got sacked from that job, I wouldn't have really cared. But now I'd be mortified. I would.
Sorry, I was eating something.
That's fine.
That's why he's running. I need you to.
I was working in a pub. I worked in Nando's, and I never felt really like happy all the time.
Okay.
Because, like, I know a lot about when I was working there, etc. But like with pest control, I know so much about it that is like it's just easy for me, really.
Yeah, no, that's good. That is because obviously I'd imagine that because you know a lot about pest control when customers ring you, and you know what's involved in a job, and how to answer the questions because that helps a lot. Have you ever been on the tools with your mum doing actual pest control? You have.
Yeah. I like to do a bit of both. I mean, if she offers me to come on a job, then of course I'll say yeah. I used to go on jobs when my mum and dad were in that other business. I used to be on the roads a lot then. Me and my mum done like a really horrible bedbug job, and I can still smell the smell. It was just horrible. And it was really sad though, because it was in a bed sit, and it was this old lady, and she was just completely everywhere in the whole entire flat, inside this cupboard and inside all of her little memory books and inside her photos.
Oh no!
So sad. It was just horrible. Yeah, there was that job. But yeah, I can do anything really.
Yeah.
I don't like squirrels. I don't like going into the loft for squirrels.
No. Well, they're usually dead, aren't they? No, and the WCS traps.
I hate squirrels. Remember that loft squirrel job? The little babies came out.
Oh, right. Oh, right, yeah.
It was right by the loft hatch.
Oh, I see.
And the baby squirrels were right there.
Oh.
I was just like, and I was like, I quickly shut the thing back up. I'm like, oh, how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to deal with this? I told the customer to shut all the doors and leave the front door open. So if it jumped down, it would have to run out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was quite scary. Yeah, no.
They are. I've been up in lofts when squirrels are up there, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm not the biggest fan because they can jump for you and attack you. They can go for you. They can. Whereas a rat would just lay there hiding.
Yeah.
I've never had it happen to me. Does he want to come on the podcast?
No, Pidgey won't come on the podcast. Luke's watching, Pidgey. Hello, Luke. Yeah.
But she's just telling me about a really bad bed bug job that was an elderly person, where it's quite sad because it was really bad.
It was really sad, and I'll tell you what was really sad about it is just that she had Alzheimer's and her second blood transfusion. Now the bed bugs had been in the property for years. There were millions in there. There's no word of a lie. They were in a handbag. They were in the shower. They were absolutely everywhere. And the bed, remember the single bed, the bed?
I can still smell it.
So the bed, it makes me now even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I got a knife and I cut open her divan bed.
Yeah.
The smell, it just hit you, didn't it? We just ran out into the air, and we was like we were heaving. It was disgusting.
I've done bed bug jobs, but I've only ever seen little amounts of them. I've never seen none of these like Mark Porter level or these jobs you're talking about. Never seen anything like it. I haven't.
You know what was really sad is that we had to dispose of quite a lot of her belongings, and she had diaries and stuff like that, and the bed bugs were in the spine of the diary of the the book where you got a spine. They were all in there. They were in all of her pages, in her handbag. Remember the handbag? They photo albums and everything. And I had to ring up the son, and I said to him, I will try and save as much of Mum's stuff as possible, but this is, it was awful. We wore 3 layers of our protective suits, 3 layers of the shoe covers, our hat. We literally, all you could see was we was just so, it was horrible. And the Hoover, oh my God, the Hoover. Oh my God. That was terrible. I do have videos of that somewhere, but I think it's on the old K&O Pest Control page that I used to make. It's on there.
This was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's got to be about 15 years ago. Yeah, it was the worst. Was the worst ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had nothing like it. I've only done little ones where I can just see them. I've never had anything like that ever.
Her second blood transfusion, so you can imagine how she must have been getting sucked alive, like the blood, every single day and night.
That's crazy.
How much blood have they taken from her to be on her second blood transfusion? But what annoyed me is that the social workers and the healthcare were having a go at me, telling me I needed to sort this out. And I went, hang on a minute, it's like you're blaming me and telling me to rush this job. Have you seen it in there?
Oh, rush it. No.
You had carers going into this poor lady. It was a warden-controlled block.
Yeah.
Had carers going in. Where's
Yeah.
the family? The family didn't want to know. Apart from the son, I said, how often do you come and visit your mum? Because once they started on me, then there was no going back.
Oh,
I'm not having this.
no, it's not.
So I'm trying to help.
You're there to help.
We ended up getting the sniffer dogs in because it was
Okay.
a block of flats over in Rotherhithe, right? It was a warden-controlled block for elderly people. There must have been about 150 one-bedroom flats in this. And we ended up getting the sniffer dogs in to do the whole lot because everywhere was bit. So, because I said that obviously rule of thumb is you should really do, you've got her one, and then you've got one below, one above, and either side. But it turned out the bed bugs had spread quite wide over the number of years that she had them. So the bed bugs came in. The bed bug detection dogs came in to sniff out what rooms definitely had them, and they were quite static actually. And then we done all the communal areas needed to be treated. I mean, it was a massive job. And then we got, do you remember Thermokill with the heat people?
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of them.
We got Thermokill in because obviously they needed to do their bit. And, when he came in, he went, I have never seen a job like this in my life of doing like bed bugs. He went, I've never seen anything so bad in my life. I mean, he was shocked.
In fact, to just knock down the whole building.
It was, but you know what? We done. I did have to come back. I mean, after Thermokill had been in and done their bit, I still had to go back because bed bugs were still being seen. So I had to go back and then do an insecticide treatment on about 10 of the flats that were treated.
Okay.
So
that's crazy.
Including the communal areas. So when we done the communal areas, we done those overnight. So we had to wait for everybody to be in their flats, and so we then turned up late at night. We done a insecticide treatment on all 3 floors and the stairways and everything. I mean, it was a huge job.
It sounds like it. Like it.
But we done it. But I mean, it was getting the. I'll tell you what, those bed bug detection dogs are fantastic. They're another breed. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching them. And the guys who we got in, they even done a demo with the residents as well, which was really nice. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, it was good.
So, do you two butt heads in the business at all nowadays?
Not anymore. We used to.
No.
We used to, but we don't anymore. We kind of, Casey, sees where I'm coming from. I see where she's coming from, and I always say to her, like, if there's any improvements that you can see in the business, let me know. I'm always happy to trial your system, or I'm always happy to trial something, anything different, because
I suppose that's a really good pro of working as well, is that you can implement changes. It's like, this isn't really working for me. I'm like, oh, okay, well, how would you like it to work then? Whether, say, if I work for a different pest control business, they'd be like, well, that's just the way it works, and that's it.
Yes, true.
Where, you can be a bit more, I think we should do it like this. Should we try it this way?
Yeah, and I think being in a small business as well, we can make those changes very quickly. We haven't got to go through a manager and then another manager and then another manager before it can come back down a year later and say, oh let's give it a go. So don't bother, this feeling's gone now.
No, you are right. It's the same for us, because because I was on a course with a load of technicians that work for other people basically, and they were saying that they had only certain things they could do, or certain baits they had to use only. But really, she said, we're not allowed to change course, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I do have, for my rat jobs, we do have a process and that process has been trial and that has been trialed so many times. But so you kind of find a process that actually works, and you stick to that process. So now with our rat service, we have to do an investigation first, regardless. So we can't say this is what's going to happen. You're definitely going to need a drain survey, or you're definitely going to need this, because we don't know. So
you're right.
we have to carry out a rat investigation first to determine how we believe rats are entering that property.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. So I have an A, B, and C package deal for my clients on rat services.
No, it's good. It's the way it should be. It's like we obviously, when we start, we check where we think they're coming in, etc. But you're right, you got to knock it down, because you are right. There's no point in actually just having a drain, because it's not cheap, is it, a drain survey?
No.
But again, I've got my own camera. It still don't work half the time. I've got my own drain camera, and I haven't successfully got someone to pay for it yet.
Oh, really? God, we use our camera all the time. We're always
probably because, imagine if I got it out and said I won't charge you, they'd probably go, no. I mean, obviously we don't charge what a drain engineer or drain specialist would charge, because we don't have that knowledge. So we always tell people, we are pest controllers that are just doing a very, not a basic survey, because that's the wrong word to use, but obviously we're still carrying out a drain survey of the branch lines to try and determine how rats are exiting the sewer network. And sometimes it's easy, and you go, bang, yes, look, we're on the money here. Look at that. You can even see someone's kitchen, you can go through. And it's normally it's with extensions, people that have had extensions, and they're lovely buildings built over an inspection chamber. Came up a lot on Davey's course, that. His main quote of the day was lazy builder.
He is lazy builder. 100%. And I always say to a client, you could pay for the best builder ever, but if they want to cut corners, they will, because you can't see that they've cut corners.
True, because it's true, because there's a lot of laws people don't realise. But it's like you're supposed to ask for permission to build the actual drain if you don't own it. But everyone thinks they own the drains. They don't own the drains.
Yeah, no. But and sometimes people find it very hard to understand how rats exit the sewer network, and they go, well, how does that happen then? And then I say, right, you see that tree out there? So I always use the tree analysis. I say,
okay.
I find that people can visualize it better.
Okay.
And I say, you see the trunk of the tree? That's the main sewer network. That's Thames. That belongs. They're all. That's Thames. That's the Thames line. That's the main waste line. It's big. It's fat. Blah blah blah. Because obviously the main Thames line is 6 inches. I said, then you see those branches that are coming off of that main line, that main trunk. That's what we call your branch line. That belongs to you. You're responsible for that particular point. I said, and you see, you've got several of these branch lines that come off of your main trunk, and that's how the rats can come. I said, so if you've got a branch line that is now redundant because you've had an extension, or you've moved your kitchen sink to somewhere else, or you've got rid of your outside toilet, that branch line is still there on the trunk, but it's no longer in use. And builders never cap off the sewer end. They always cap off the top end. So therefore, you've probably got about 2 meters worth of pipe, branch line that's dry. And Mr. Ratty will go up and have a little look, start gnawing. You won't hear any of that because it's underground. And before you know it, it breaks off of that branch line and up and into your cavities. And they go, oh, right. And then they see.
That is a good explanation, that is.
It's a bit long, but it sometimes you have to talk dumb in order to get them to visualize what you're trying to understand. And I say, when we do the drain survey, watch it, because the camera never lies. The camera.
See, do you call it that? Because the way I've listed it on my site and the way I call it a CCTV drain inspection, so they don't get the wrong idea. I do.
Yeah, it depends who I'm talking to. So we will call it a CCTV drain camera survey.
Yeah.
Let's call it, so they know that there's a CCTV camera going down and carrying out a survey, because you are doing a survey.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is.
Inspection, you know, it's
just to look. It's just to look for. It's like a look, see, isn't it? Just have a look. It is. You're not mapping it or anything, are you? You're not mapping it, etc.
No, and that's
a little look.
I can't map it. I don't have that knowledge to know the mapping kind of way that the system works, because it's a whole new world underground.
You'd probably need a new camera for that level of detail.
You know, and I say to people, you know, I can tell you what the meterage is, and you know, and stuff like that. The camera will tell me all of that, but I can't map it. Yes, we're going round corners and stuff like that. You can kind of have a rough guess. I mean, we've been doing it long enough now to sort of like have a rough idea of where we're at what point we're at. And then when we say, oh, you know, that's kind of over there next to that soil vent pipe, that boxing in, and they go, oh, right, yeah, that's where we used to have such and such. And it's like, well, it kind of falls into place.
It does.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of...
I enjoyed the drain surveys. You do have to, you know, you can miss it as well. You know, if you survey the line too quickly with your camera, you can miss it. A lot of people, I think, look for, you know, rubble and stuff in the sewer lines, but you don't always get to see that straight away. And it could be a branch line that's bared off, and actually the point could be there rather than going straight on. And that's the downside of us doing it. I guess, because, you know, we don't have that sophisticated equipment that can round, and you try and flip it round, but I don't have that.
No, you're right. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Davy Brown's very good with each wrist.
Right, yeah, he's 20. But he's got a serious
wrist action with the camera, but I'm not.
But it might. I don't think you'll find that. It's the camera he's got. He's got like a, you know, it's a 20 grand plus camera, isn't it?
No, but there is a special technique
that
you can do. You can flip it, and it will pop up. You know, it will go down the corner that you're struggling, because obviously you have sort of like junctions where they go like that, and you try and do that flip. I just can't do it. I can't do it. My technician can't do it. We do try. I go, go on, you're gonna do it, and you just think, oh, it's annoying.
Yeah, it is. I need to get more. I need to get some jobs doing. I might offer it for note. I might get more people interested. Then I can make some videos, couldn't I?
Yeah, I mean,
showing what you do.
I mean, you learn every single time you do it. You learn every single time. We still learn now, even as many years as we've been doing the surveying in the drains. We're still learning. You're still kind of like, oh my God, look at that. You know, there's still all those kind of moments. And you know what? I feel absolutely fantastic when I actually find the route that those rats are going in and they're using, because then I call the customer out, go, look at what we found, and they go, oh my God, look at that. You know, and obviously depending on the damage of the branch line, it depends on whether they need the drainage specialist in, or potentially just put in a temporary non-return valve like a rat gate as a temporary measure. It just depends on how damaged that is, and is it a redundant line? Does it really need to have that money spent on it, or will a non-return valve be okay for now? So, I will give the customer the option. It's up to them.
Maybe that's why I don't get as much, because I don't call it a train survey. I word it differently. That's maybe why I've not got a lot of interest in it. I word it differently.
Well, it's when you do your survey, your initial survey.
What I mean is, on my website, I've not listed it as drain survey. It's down as CCTV camera inspection. It is. I suppose I won't show up as much as other companies would, because they've all got drain surveys up, haven't they?
I don't know. I suppose I don't know, but I think
Oh,
we upsell it more when we go up and do the job, and that's where not everyone's going to look on the website and go, "Oh,
that's true.
I need a drain survey."
I should probably do that more. Probably should offer it more. I should.
Well, are you checking the drains? Are you lifting up the inspection?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I do lift it up and don't always see anything actually. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But sometimes it's like, they're not going to spend the money on a proper drain survey. So that was why we got it. But like we didn't. We got it through a business growth grant. We did. The council paid for it effectively, and we had to pay the VAT.
All right.
Yeah, got a business growth grant. Yeah.
And you've never used it?
I have used it on my own drains.
I think it's just about how you upsell it.
That's probably it. Probably doing it wrong.
Well, it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's just that you're not. By the sounds of it, you're not doing it at all. But what I would do is that obviously, when you go there and you suspect the drains, even though there might not be that initial evidence in the drains, if there's no obvious ingress points around the perimeter of the building, then I would say, look, this potentially could be stemming from the actual sewer network, and I believe that you're going to need a CCTV drain camera survey. And
you're right.
Obviously, we're not going to charge as much as a drainage engineer will charge. Because, we're just pest controllers, and we can do the camera, and this is how much it's going to be to carry out the CCTV, the drain survey. You could work that.
I think I'll try that. That's probably one. It's like Jackie says here. Yeah, I don't think the customers know they need a drain survey until you tell them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And maybe that's it. That's me not being as.
Yeah. Because if you have exhausted all areas, even if they're coming up from, like, you pull the kickboards off and you see a hole, that's still underground. So how are they getting underneath that particular point? How are they getting there? There's got to be an exit point.
Exactly.
But if there's no ingress point around, and they're not coming from ground level, like surface level, they've got to be coming from underground. And that, especially if they've had an extension, 9 times out of 10 it'll be drain related. I guarantee it. Like Davey always says, lazy builders. They pay us well. I say them lazy. Them builders can carry on being lazy.
Exactly. No, I will take that invite. I say, look, I've come onto my own podcast and I've learned. There you go.
Every day.
I know how to sell it now.
Every day's a learning day.
It is.
At the end of the month, you've done at least one drain survey.
Yes, I want you to feedback it.
I will.
I shall hold you accountable. Accountable.
Yeah. I will ask.
Yeah, I'll message
definitely.
you on the 30th and I'll say, how many drain surveys have you sold this
Yeah, I've done 50. No.
I
Just getting one would be good.
I think once you get used to having a conversation with the client about the benefits of having a drain survey, and don't forget, you can survey the Thames, the main line as well. We always surveyed all the lines. So even if you suspect one, we survey every single one of them. So that Thames Water, they will only survey their lines. They won't. They won't survey the customer's branch line. They won't do it.
No, but they don't tell them that, do they?
No, because
that's
the customer and they go, oh well, I had a drain survey and it showed nothing. Oh yeah, who did you have a drain survey by? Oh, it was Thames Water. Yeah, but they won't serve your lines. They won't survey. They're always going to come back and say there's nothing wrong with their lines because they don't want to do the work.
That is true. That is.
We have found faults in Thames Water line, and we write a report, we take photographs, and we say, right, get in contact with Thames Water. They've got to come and do that for free. Yeah. So
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be trying this.
Give it a go.
I will feed back to you both. Well, I'll let Vicky know and let Casey know.
Yeah, definitely. We'll look forward to that. I can't wait now. I'll have commission though, by the way.
Yeah, no worries. But no, it's been a good podcast. I think we covered a bit, didn't we, about family business. We didn't have to dive in too much, did we? You know, but I think.
Do you think the pros and cons are of working for a family business?
Oh, the pros would be
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got kids, and they're your grandkids. You're not
Yeah.
going to let me not go and sort them out. You know, like with a normal, you'd be, oh, I need to go and do the school run. Oh, well, you should get someone else to sort it out. Whereas my mum would be like, well, go on then, go and get them.
Yeah,
It's more leniency in that kind of way. Obviously, I'm allowed to be involved as much as, well, I want really.
Yeah.
The cons, probably, I don't know. If I get something wrong, which is very rare, but if I get something wrong, then obviously I know that, oh shit, it's not going to be, it's not going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Or if I go on maternity leave, which is not going to happen again, but if I do, that's not good for you because you don't like being in the office.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate being in the office. Yeah, and I've hated it covering the office. But but yeah, I think I'm very family friendly focused anyway. So regardless, I don't want to knock case for this, but regardless of whether she's my daughter or not, and they're my grandchildren, even if I took someone on with children that can work from home, I would knock them for them ringing me up and say, I've got a real emergency here. Is it all right if I slope off and pick up my child from nursery or whatever it is? And I'll go, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I can cover the phones for you and the office for you. Are you going to come back to work, or do you want to take this time off as holiday, or what are we doing? I'm quite flexible like that. And I think if you are flexible with your staff, if you look after your staff will always look after you and your customers. That's the way I look at it. So my technician, I pay him a set wage. So he's employed from 8 till 4. Was it off? Yeah, I think it's 8 till 4. And he's entitled to an hour off. But 9 times out of 10, he finishes early because obviously we haven't got the workload at the moment. So but I'm still paying for him regardless whether he comes home early or not. But if there was an emergency call out, I know that he would then just go and do it and not expect me to pay him anymore. So it's kind of given you get that kind of flexibility with your staff as well.
Yeah, no, it's a good perspective, that is, because obviously it's it's good that you can give that. I'm just going to say hello to my son. Hello.
Hi, son.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate. His mates are watching. They're just all turned up. They're flooding the chat. They're on YouTube though, because you can't see it.
So Jackie's asked the question.
Yeah.
How much training did you have to give the person who answered the phone? Well, Jackie, I was very lucky because obviously Casey has learned pest control throughout her whole life. So we only had to teach her the basics, really. But when I did take on someone, Millie, who didn't know anything about pest control, what I done first of all, and I would highly recommend this to everybody who takes on any office staff, is that to spend 2 weeks on the road with your technician. So then they get the technician's perspective and what they have to go through, and then you will then learn about pest control, the processes, the day-to-day experience, the day-to-day struggles, if you like, of what the technician faces on the road. So like roadworks, traffic, customers, things like that. And I think anyone could come in and pick up the phone and type an email and this, that, and the other. But I just think that any office staff that I take on goes out with my technician for 2 weeks to learn their kind of role. They don't touch any poisons. They don't do anything like that. It's purely to kind of see and learn about what pest control really is, because you don't, unless you're going out on the job, you don't really understand what that technician has to deal with on a daily basis. So that's what, and they will pick up so much. And then when they answer the phone, that the person on the other end of the phone will be so much more helpful to your client who's asking loads of questions about pest control. And also, I would also put on anyone new on a basic training course for office staff. They used to do one purely for office staff. One EMV used to do it.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure what it was called now. It was years ago. Dean Levy, if you remember, I don't know. Do you remember Dean Levy? The old school will know Dean Levy. He's left the industry now, but he came and taught, trained up my office staff, and that was really beneficial. But the initial one was to actually go out with the technician for 2 weeks, and that I found that very beneficial. And even the office staff said that is, I did not realise that that's what you have to do as a pest controller. So it just gives you a real insight.
Yeah, no, I think you are right. I think that would really help. That would. Some firms actually go the extra mile and get their office staff trained up like their technicians do. You know, but you can do a basic course, can't you? You don't have to go the whole hog.
No, you can do a basic, but I think there's nothing more better than actually going out on the jobs and actually learning exactly what we actually do as a technician. I still class myself as a technician. I'd rather be out doing that work rather than in the office. I'm very much customer focused, and I get more enjoyment out of the job on the ground. But it's harder to run the business.
Yeah, that was a great question, Jackie. That was.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. I enjoyed that question. I give the customers so much info, etc., and education on whatever I find it difficult to ask someone else. Yeah, so I used to be like that, Jackie. I used to sort of like give, verbal diarrhea and give them all of my knowledge. And I used to do free site surveys as well. I'd never do that. I'd never recommend that. A lot of people who are new in the industry will go out and give free site surveys. And what I found is that I would go there, give them all of my knowledge, what I would do on the job, etc., to then find out that they will then go and do it themselves, or they'll find someone else who's cheaper than me to go and do it.
I'll tell you what, though, there's been a lot of people recently ringing round, and they want you to tell you basically what you're going to do on the job, and then it's just so they can do it, try and buy some stuff from the shop and do it themselves.
And I get it, because we're in a very hard time at the moment. I totally understand that. But actually, I think where the industry lets us down is that we're not classed as being professional and specialised in what we do, because you can buy quite a lot of the products in the DIY store. All right, the poison's not as strong, but people, you always get calls that say, "Oh, I want the strong medicine. Can you give me the strong medicine?" No, I can't. No, I can't. But and I get it that people are struggling, and it is a hard time out there for us at the moment. Even businesses are struggling, and and this is what I say to people. I get it that you're trying to save money, but I'm trying to earn the money so I can keep going on. I've still got bills to pay and stuff. But if I've got one tip, I would always say, don't do free site surveys. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but I learned a very valuable lesson by not doing the free site surveys anymore. And actually, kind of whittles out those customers who are there just to kind of take the mick out of you.
Do you mean in domestics?
In everybody, in commercial.
I'd never do a free site survey unless I know they're going to be having a job. How
are you going to know that how do you know that? How do you know that they're going to take on your services? I only charge a small survey fee.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's my time, it's my expertise, my fuel. You know, time is precious.
It is.
Controllers, and
it shows them being serious. It does.
And like I say, it just gets rid of all those time wasters that are there to take the mick out of you and go. You know, when you go in there, they're not telling you how to do your job because you charge them. I mean, some people will charge the initial survey fee, and then they will take off the survey fee from their actual treatment price. I don't do that, but some people do. So yeah, I mean, it's up to people how they want to do it, and you know, you learn a lot in this industry, and if people will take the mick out of you, then they will take the mick out of you.
Oh, they will. But we're always up front with our, when it comes to payment, like in our software, it does say that you're paying on the first visit at the door, and the only time it happens is when I let them pay after, is if the car machine's gone wrong and it's not working.
So I do it differently. So I used to do that, but now what I do is that, pardon me, we invoice the customer on the first visit. So once we've been there, we know exactly what we're dealing with and what the service is going to be. Then we'll invoice them. And they.
Sorry. What I mean is, when I'm on the job, they pay there and then. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we used to do it like that. The card payments, the machines and that, very expensive now. So that's an added on cost. You're not really getting your full price of that job. So say if you charge, I don't know, 200 quid for 3 visits mice treatment, and you're taking a card payment, you're losing a percentage of that. You're not getting all of that.
1.5, I think. Yeah,
so I've stopped doing that. I have to take card payments for months now, and I just issue invoices now.
Actually, after watching your videos on TikTok, I see why. Yeah.
What do you mean?
You've done a few TikTok videos, haven't you?
Yeah. What's that?
You have. I think it was about, you were moaning about the verification of limited companies as well. You were.
Was I?
You made a few though, haven't you? You've made a few, haven't you, on TikTok?
Yeah. I do a few TikTok videos. Yeah.
2 months ago, this was. I think you were kicking off about having to verify your ID.
Oh, yeah. What? Yes. No. Yeah. That was just having a moan about digital ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was about digital ID. Yeah. Anyway, we've digressed.
We have. The problem is, you two are so easy to talk to. I've been, it's.
For our time again. Look, we've gone over an hour again.
Yeah, but I better let you go anyway, because you've got to go home, Casey, haven't you? You have. You have.
All the little ones are being in bed asleep, and she can just sneak in and have a nice, relaxing cup of tea.
You never know. But yeah, so thanks for coming on. Again.
Okay.
Second time.
Yeah.
But you never know. It might be a third time in the future. You never know.
No.
We'll have to see. But yeah, no, thanks for coming on, Vicky and Casey.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Do you want to promote anything or not? It's up to you.
I hope thank you to everybody that's watched as well this time. That's very kind. Is there anything I want to promote? Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Only pest controllers watching this, you see, isn't it? Really?
There's. No.
There's.
No, I don't think so. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Well, you're gonna next time round. You go on this morning. You're gonna take Casey with you.
No. She won't come. No, she won't come. Yeah, I don't know. They asked.
Isn't that quite daunting? Because I tell you what, because people said to me, "Well, she's holding cards." I says, because I said she's on live TV. You don't want to make a mistake in front of people, do you? That's what the cards are about.
Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed to have cards this time.
Wasn't you? Oh, no. So I was thinking about the first time round.
First time they gave me cards. This time I wasn't allowed them. You just have to go with the flow, and I made a.
What, they said you weren't allowed cards then, did they?
Yeah. I said, oh, but what, I need to be on, because I blab. I talk for England, but, I said, oh, I need to have this structure. Otherwise, I'm just going to go on and it's not going to go to plan.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, don't worry about it. I mean, it was so totally different this time round than when I was on it first time. Yeah, it was so much more relaxed this time. And Kat and Ben were absolutely lovely people. It was so nice. But I made a right boo-boo, didn't I? It squeaked, the rat. I didn't realise the rat squeaked. And I was like, Anyway, it was good. But then another producer from ITV, they asked me to go on a new show that's come out. And but they wanted me to be away for 3 weeks. I said, I can't commit to that. I said, I've got a business to run. I can't do that. And it was I'll tell you now, because obviously I turned it down, and I don't think they're going to do another series. So I'm glad I turned it down. It was what was it called? The Neighbourhood. The Neighbourhood. The new one with Graham Norton in it. ITV. Yeah, it's called The Neighbourhood or something like that. I thought, no, I didn't. And when I watched it, I'm glad I turned it down. So I wasn't. It looks a bit naff, didn't it? Yeah, it wasn't really great. I mean, it wasn't really that entertaining, if I'm honest with you. But I said to him, I went, if you want me on Wheel of Fortune or something like that, I'm quite happy to do that.
The chase, catchphrase, get us on catchphrase.
Oh, yeah, catchphrase.
I'm really good at catchphrase.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, everyone says that until they get on the show. It's like they freeze.
I was all right in front of the camera. You just have to ignore that. I mean, they're big, massive cameras in your face, and there's about 4 of them around you, so they can get all angles. But I tried to focus on just Kat and Ben sitting there. I didn't look at the cameras, because if I had, I would have just, But yeah, I just, I kind of spoke to Kat and Ben as they were clients, and that's kind of how I channeled that in my.
I see.
So that's kind of. But yeah, but that was fun. It's quite nice to be asked to go on there.
Do you ever get an uptick in customers? Being on TV. Do you ever get an uptick in customers that had seen you on TV and wanted to have your pest control?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few inquiries from there and stuff. So yeah, I've got a few, but nothing sort of like spectacular. Nothing like inundated or anything like that. But yeah, no, I had quite a few calls after that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's not. And I didn't get paid either to go on it.
You didn't get paid.
And you're not allowed.
What you should have said about the Neighbourhood, say I'll do it. 200 grand, 3 weeks off.
And you're not allowed to wear your branded uniform either. You're not allowed to wear. No, you're not allowed to wear anything branded on there.
Oh, is it classed as advertising or something?
Yeah, so it's all about their advertising clause that they have. I don't know, but yeah, quite strict.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And I'll keep you updated. But I'll let you know when it's on Spotify, etc.
Yeah, and I want you to email me when you've sold your first drain survey.
I will, definitely.
You've got this. You've got this.
I'm sure I can do it. It's not that difficult.
Just picture the tree with the trunk.
Yeah, the tree. I like. I might go back and listen to it. No, your explanation of the tree is great. It really is.
Yeah.
It is. I'll try the tree explanation.
Yeah, you just have to put it down so people can try and understand where you're coming from.
No, it's good, that is. But yeah, thanks. So thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Vicky and Casey.
No problem.
I end the stream now. So yeah.
Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.
All right, and thanks everyone.